we have our own language in this country that confuses a lot of the world. Do you know, in America, they do not sing hip hip hooray at the end of happy birthday. Did you know we were the only people who did that? Do you know how fucking embarrassing it is? I was at a table of people I didn't even know that well, and they finish happy birthday and I just go, hip hip! And it's just silence, and they're all just staring at me, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't usually fucking happen. And one of them goes, what'd you do that for? I went, oh, in Australia, one person yells out hip hip and then everyone yells hooray, and we do that 3 times. And they went, why do you do that? And I went, I don't fucking know. I didn't know you weren't meant to do it. It's always been there. It's really weird when it's not there. They just finish happy birthday and go, happy birthday to you. So you can't help yourself, can you? You needed to. You needed to get it out of your system. You do, don't you? We need to, all right? Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! That's fucking insane to the rest of the world. The rest of the world, that is a weird, strange thing to do. Happy birthday goes for 45 minutes in Australia. We do the hip hips and then someone goes, why was he born so beautiful? Hey, don't cut the cake, I'm not done singing. I've got a whole number prepared. What about, That's a good laugh. What about this one, right? In America, they don't have Christmas bonbons. I know, how's the genuine disappointment in you? Like, oh, is it even Christmas without the bonbons? Now what that means is they don't have Christmas hats. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So I brought my American girlfriend, now wife, over for her first Australian Christmas. Imagine what she must have thought. Having never seen this tradition before in her life, and no one says anything about it. Everyone just quietly puts on their paper crowns and starts eating. She's just sitting there, just looking around the table going, what the fuck is wrong with these people? They're all wearing multicoloured paper mache crowns. There's always someone who won't put their hat on and everyone cracks the shits at them. Everyone's like, put your hat on, Gary. It's Christmas. We're all doing it. Come on. Put your fucking hat on, Gary. No, I'm serious. You're embarrassing the American girl. Put your fucking hat on. Read me the joke, Gary. I want to hear the joke. That's shit. I heard that last year. Put your fucking hat on, Gary. What about the person who leaves their hat on too long and they just look insane? You're like, Grandpa, you got to take your hat off. It's February, mate. We're going to put you away. I was in Mammoth Mountain in California. Now, you guys will know exactly what I said when you hear what this person said to me. But there was all these people crowded around this cave area. And I said to this guy, I said, oh, what's going on in there? And he looked at me and said, oh, there's a bear in there. Now, you know exactly what I said. I looked at this guy right in the face. I'm a grown man, and I went, and a chair as well. And he looked at me like I was a lunatic. Like, what kind of shit detective does he think I am? I'm there, oh, there's a bear in there? Right. Is there a chair as well? I've seen this before. There's most likely people with games and stories to tell. Open wide. Come inside. It's play school. So the rest of the world call those orange traffic cones, okay? But we call them witches' hats, which is ridiculous when you think about it. We've just decided, well, that looks like the hat of a witch, so let's, like our construction workers, big tough construction workers, ordering fucking all sorts of things, and then can we get a dozen witches' hats over here? And in America they call it a weed whacker, we call it a whippersnipper. And that grass that's along the sidewalk, the footpath, we call that a nature strip. The rest of the world just calls that grass. So I said this to my American friend. He saved a parking spot for me out the front of his house. And he said, oh, did you park out the front? And I said, oh, no, there was a witch's hat next to a whippersnip on the nature strip, so I parked down the road. What the fuck does that mean? What kind of weird Harry Potter shit am I talking about to this guy? There was a witch's hat on the nature strip, so I parked down at the Gryffindor. I can't say certain things in America anymore because people just look at me with absolute shock and horror. Car park, all right? We don't pronounce the R's, we don't have time. It's car park. You don't even finish the last word, it's just car park. I ran into a hotel and to the guy behind the desk, I was in a rush and I just went to him and I went, car park! Fucking car park! And he just stared at me. He had every right to stare at me. I sounded like I ran in off the street making bird noises at him. Like I just went, ah! Fucking ah! Come on! Americans don't understand the glory of winning the meat tray. You guys know what I'm talking about. For those from overseas, if you don't know, go down to the RSL, everyone gets a ticket, and at the end of the night, someone gets their ticket drawn out, and you win the meat tray, and you go home a fucking legend. And you tell everyone for 2 weeks, so I won the meat tray, so, you know, doing all right. I said that to some Americans, and they said, oh, so like cold cut meats, like deli meat, like ham and turkey? And I'm like, oh, no, it's raw sausages and steaks and just minced meat and then just half an onion for some reason and a tiny bit of parsley to make it look like it's fresh when it's not fresh at all. And then he goes, oh, so you take that home and you barbecue it up. You get all your friends around and have a big barbecue. I'm like, no, you're missing the point completely, okay? You don't eat the meat off the meat tray, all right? You get pissed and you leave it in the back of a taxi. You don't fucking... No one eats the meat off the meat tray. What are you, insane? It's about the glory, don't you understand? What about the term piss farting around? That's my favourite one. I said that to some Americans. I said, go, stop piss farting around. They went, what's piss farting? I went, oh, I don't know. I've never been inquired about that before. I'm not sure its origins or where that's come from. What about explaining to people that yeah, nah means no and nah, yeah means yes? And you can say yeah, nah, yeah, and it kind of makes sense. You can change your mind mid-sentence. And everyone's like, all right, it ended in the yeah, that means yes. Well, this one, I was chatting to some American friends and they were talking about how they learnt about sexual education And they're saying, so for one class per week, we would have sexual education in a class environment with the teacher and diagrams, probably the way you should learn about sex. And one of them turns to me and goes, how do they teach you about sex in your country? How do you learn about sex in Australia? And I went, a giraffe in a caravan taught me about sex. His name was Harold. He was very informative. Do you know how weird it is to explain that you learn how to have sex from a man fisting a giraffe in a caravan? Life education van, yeah. Is he still around? There was a mixed reaction there. There was a definite no from the back of the room and then a yes. Anyone a teacher? Can they? There you go. That was a teacher's response too. Yes. Monty Franklin. You know how teachers use your full name? Bastards. I have a foreskin. I thought you guys might want to know, no? Is that too much information straight away? In America, they're freaked out by the foreskin. I'm not sure why. Half of the people in this country have a foreskin. Half. Well, that's not true. No, half are female. That's ridiculous. There's very few women with foreskins in this country. But for some reason in America, they're freaked out by it. They're like, no, you got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of it for cleanliness. Got to get rid of it. Tell you what, take a shower. Take a fucking shower. Every day you can take a shower. You don't have to lop part of your penis off. So 25 years down the track, you can save some time by not showering. I can go 3 days without showering, thanks to getting rid of my pesky foreskin. Can I tell you the dumbest thing I've ever done? And I did it 3 weeks ago. I live in San Diego in California, and I went to a yoga class with my wife. Now, I'm no good at yoga. I'm terrible at it. But I also go in there kind of half-assed. I kind of go in there like that a lot. And I said to myself, you're not going to do that this time. You're going to go in there and do the class properly. You're going to listen to the guy. You're going to do all the moves. You're going to do the lion roar. You're going to get into it. You're going to go, rah! You're not going to go like you usually do because you're scared to participate. You're going to do it. You're going to do the oms. You're going to go om properly. You're not going to go and see who else is omming in the room. So I was committed to this class, and the instructor came in. He's a great instructor, but he kept talking about the gaze of your eyes, where you're looking when you're doing the moves. And for 20 minutes, I thought he was talking about the gaze so I'm doing moves poorly, like not getting it right, and he goes, focus on the gaze. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should look at the gay guys in the room. They know what they're doing. And then I'm just judging guys in the room. I'm just like, that guy's gay. He knows what he's doing. And then he goes, lift up the gaze. And I'm like, what the fuck does... Surely he doesn't want me to lift that guy up. And then I went, no, that's stupid. What he means is we need to lift up the gaze. In society, we should all lift it. This is what my brain was doing in the class. I'm like, yeah, when I leave the class, I'm going to lift up the gaze. That's good advice. And then he goes, take the gaze to the horizon. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck does that mean? Everyone else in the class who's normal is just looking into the distance as they're doing moves. I'm thinking about when I have time to grab a group of gay guys and drive them to the horizon. Come on, guys, we're going to the horizon. Why? Oh, because the yoga instructor told me to, and I'm doing everything that he said. Why are you crying? We're going to the horizon. Such an idiot. There's too much There's too much in society expected of us. Too much that you need to do to be good people. There's no time. There's no time to do it all. Shit, if you just did all the stuff that your dentist expects you to do, there's no time. No time for anything. What the fuck do these people think that we do with our lives, that we have 7.5 hours in the morning to commit to their teeth and gum routine that's so very important to them? You don't use dental floss. You lie to yourself and your dentist that you use dental floss. The only time in your life that you use dental floss is for 2 days after seeing the dentist, and then on the third day you're like, I'm not fucking doing this every day. And you throw it in a drawer and you leave it there for a year until you see the dentist the following year, and you bring it out a week before and try and fool the dentist. I don't have time to floss. I don't have time for that. I have a foreskin to take care of, okay? There's too much that you need to do. You're meant to remember all your passwords? Are you fucking kidding me? I've got 17 variations of the same password, and I'm meant to remember it every time? I just spend my whole day changing passwords, that's all I do. I go to get into something, completely forget the password, and I go, okay, I have to change the password. And then you have to go into your email and verify that's something you wanted to do with your life. And you're like, yeah, that was me. And then your computer turns into some shit detective and goes, oh, someone was trying to break into your account. And you're like, yeah, that was fucking me. What are you talking about? I'm trying to get in. And then it goes, well, now I don't trust you and I think you're a robot. And I'm like, oh, I'm not a robot, you're a robot. What the fuck? Why are we having this discussion? And it goes, well, I'm not sure. I'm going to test you here. I'm going to do some puzzles. And you're like, I don't want to do puzzles. But the game has already begun. And it says, which one of these is a boat? And you're like, oh, all right, well, that's a boat, that's a boat. That's a boat on a trailer that's on the road. Is that still counted as a boat? How specific do we need to be with these games? Is that going to be part of it? And then you fuck that one up and it goes, right, you're an idiot, we need to do another one. And it says, let's see if you know the difference between a scooter and a motorcycle. And you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I do know the difference. And then you're just clicking going, all right, I think that's a motorbike. That one has a bike in the background. I'm not sure if it's motorised. Is that going to be on the test? Is that on the test? Why is this so difficult? And then it gives you one final one. It says, just point out the traffic lights. And you're like, all right, that seems pretty easy. And then you're like, is the pole counted as a traffic light? Why does it have to be so difficult? So that takes 3.5 hours. And then you eventually figure it out. You go to put a new password in, and then your computer just judges you and gives you shit. You put a new password in, it just goes, oh, that's weak, you're weak. And you're like, I'm trying my best, what do you want from me? I did everything you asked. I did the big letter, the small letter, the special character, the exclamation point, the only one I'm comfortable using. But still, that's not enough for you? 1-800-FLOWERS? Why does my 1-800-FLOWERS account require a cryptic 17-digit password? My bank requires 4 numbers, that's it. They have all of my shit. They have everything. God forbid someone breaks into my 1-800-FLOWERS account and puts foreign bouquets into my cart. That's all they can do. There's no money attached to it. All they can do is just fill up my cart with shit that I didn't put in there. So you go to put a password in, and then the computer says, oh, can we suggest this password? And that one has hieroglyphics and Hebrew in it, and you're like, oh, what the fuck does that say? You can't even read that, let alone remember that. What kind of psychopath is using the suggested password? Like, oh, there's 23 symbols I've never seen before in formation. Let's jot those down and put them in a drawer. No, all you could do is you just use your regular password and just add shit to it, and you wonder what you haven't added yet. And it just gets to a point where you put your regular password and you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that enough? Is that enough for you, 1-800-FLOWERS? And then a thing pops up and says, you can't use a password you've used in the last 3, and you're like, fuck you! And fuck flowers, and fuck everyone! I did shows a couple of months ago in Florida, and Florida's a weird place. Okay, they were very old. The audiences were just 96 years old across the board. Some people died during the show, and they just carried them out, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it was Kevin's time. It was Kevin. Carry on, carry on." So America's a very religious place. Okay, we're not very religious here in Australia. We are a little bit, but not like America. Okay, God doesn't want to make the 16-hour flight down to Australia, so He's not here as much. So in the Mormon religion, you're not allowed to have sex until marriage, okay? It's taboo. Not allowed to. But the young consenting Mormon adults, like the 18-year-olds, they want to have sex, of course they do. But what they've realised is, okay, they're allowed to... Look, they're allowed to be in there. They're allowed to park. They're allowed to dock. You're allowed to be inside. Okay? You're just not allowed to move. That's the wicked part in the Mormon religion, is the movement. It's the wicked hump, okay? So they've realised you're allowed to be in there, but they're like, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Now, this is my favourite part. The second part is called jump humping. This is where they get a friend in, and their friend jumps on the bed next to them and provides the movement that they so sorely need. I'm not making this shit up, you can look it up. See, these two acts, independent of one another, totally acceptable in the Mormon religion. You're allowed to be in there, you're allowed to park, you're allowed to dock. They call that soaking, which is both hilarious and disgusting. And then they're allowed to jump on the bed. They're just having a good time. Nothing wrong with that. But what has occurred when in close proximity to one another? What is this scientific anomaly? And I'm so proud of these kids for finding this loophole. I'm so proud of them. I would have thought that'd be the most important part of sex, but no, apparently not. But do you know how hard that is to orchestrate? I was 18, trying to get sex is impossible. Impossible. Trying to bring another person in on that? Fuck no. How are they going to play this off? One of these 18-year-old kids, like he defies the odds and he gets a girl home and he's being a gentleman and he's being courteous. And she says, "Oh, we're just watching Netflix, right?" And he's like, yeah, of course. And then she goes, "Well, why is your friend Kevin here with his shoes off?" And he's got to go, "Oh, I don't know, anything could happen, hey." There's too much to orchestrate. You can't have a memory foam mattress, you can't have memory foam. You think about it, you're on the bed in the docking position, ready, and Kevin's jumping around like a lunatic, and you're not moving at all. It's incredible, but not helpful in this situation. There's a full glass of red wine not spilling next to you. That was the most fun I've had doing that joke. Thank you. You should have seen the people in Florida. There's no way. Silence throughout that whole thing. But I just kept doing it because I enjoyed doing it. My mum's on Instagram. Some of you might have seen some videos that I've dragged her into. I think she has 3 friends and I'm one of them. So every time I put a video on Instagram, she calls me. Says, "Oh, I saw the video." I'm like, "Oh yeah?" She goes, "It's good." I think she thinks that I just made it for her. I'm not sure. And then she goes, "Oh, I saw Auntie Elaine like the post. You should probably ring her and thank her." No, I'm not ringing Auntie Elaine to thank her for liking the post. And then she went, well, I thought I raised you better than that. So I blocked my mum on Instagram. I got married last year to an American girl. She's a lovely girl, fantastic. I think you'd like her. I don't know if I need your approval, but I think So we got married a year ago. I tell you what, they lie in the movies about how newly married couples act towards each other. Because in the movies, a newly married couple will paint a room together in the house. And one of them will accidentally get paint on the other one. And then that one flicks some paint back. And then they throw paint back and forth. And then they roll around in the paint and make love in the paint. I was painting a room in our house with my new wife. And I thought, all right. I flicked some paint at her. She looked up at me and went, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I went, oh, you're meant to throw paint back and then we roll around in the paint. She said, that sounds like a waste of paint. I went, you're missing the point. We're newlyweds and we're meant to be spontaneous. And then she went, all right. She threw some paint and I threw paint. And we did. We rolled around in the paint and made love in the paint. And she got the worst urinary tract infection. They don't show that plot line in the movies, do they? They skim past that bit. We didn't have sex for 6 months after that. I was looking around the house the other day. So we've lived together for 8 years, and I was looking around the house, and I realised that I own nothing. I own nothing in this house. None of this is mine. I put none of that there. I'm not allowed to touch some of it. I'm a grown man who can't touch shit in his own house. I'm like, how did I let this happen? How did it get this far? The cats have more real estate in the house than I do. They have cat towers and feeding stations and places they like to sit. I have nothing. Now I know why dads everywhere around the world have that one chair, that one armchair that's like in the corner of the room, and everyone kind of jokes about it and goes, oh, that's Dad's chair. That's where Dad sits. Don't sit in Dad's chair. And you know what Dad thinks? That's all I've fucking got in my life. That's all. And they sit in their chair and they go, this is my fucking chair. No one tells me what to do when I'm in this chair. I'm king of this chair. I realised I don't even have the chair. All I have is my side of the bed. Okay. Under the covers, because the cats own the entire top of the bed. If there's a cat sleeping in my spot, I can't disturb the cat. I have to contort my body around the cat. And I go, no, I won't disturb her. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah, let's let her sleep. And I'll just have half of my body off the bed. That's a good idea. I like it. I think it's good for circulation. I think it's good for my spine and the future of my back altogether. I think it's great. As long as the cat's getting a good night's sleep, I can sacrifice myself. So all I have to myself is my side of the bed under the covers and only facing this way. Because if I face this way, towards my wife, apparently my breath is ruining her existence. And she tells me about it every 20 minutes. She'll be like, I can feel you breathing. I can feel the warmth of your breath. And I'm like, oh, that's gross. So I grab a pillow and stick it in my face and go... She goes, I can still feel you breathing. I'm like, you can feel me breathing through the pillow? She's like, I can feel you moving. I can feel the movement and I can tell that you're breathing. I can tell that you're still breathing. I'm like, yes, I am in fact breathing. That is true. That is awful of me. Look, I'm purely just trying to breathe to live. Is it okay? Is it okay with you if I live through the night? Is that okay with you? I know you're trying to sleep, but I'm just trying to get oxygen to my brain so I can survive another day on this planet. But that's rude of me on this Tuesday evening. You should be having a nice slumber. I'll stop breathing, and I'll die. I'll die in the bed next to you, and you and the cat will have a wonderful sleep. I'm just breathing. I'm not snoring. But to be fair, in the last 6 months I've started snoring. And I know that's annoying. I've slept next to people that have snored before, and that is fucking annoying. But I gotta tell you guys, as the person who snores, it's really hard as well. Because you don't hear any of the snoring. You just get woken up every half an hour by a hysterical, angry person a foot away from you in the bed, hitting you. Shut the fuck up! And you're like, what? You shut the fuck up! I wasn't snoring, you were! You shut up! That's stupid! You're stupid! Why did I even marry you, you stupid? I'm just trying to sleep like a normal person and you hit me. So, I don't know if this is happening here in Australia, but in America, I don't know why they make their showers so difficult to figure out. Every new shower is a new puzzle, a new maze, to figure out how to even get it started. It used to be just a red hot tap and a blue cold tap. That's it. It's pretty simple. Now, you have to find a little lever to pull down to start the shower. They're like, oh, didn't you know you needed to pull the lever up from the bath tap? Didn't you know that? I'm like, no, I didn't fucking know that. Why would I know I needed a plumbing apprenticeship and move hardware around to start your stupid shower? Sometimes it's one huge metallic knob with just no signage, and you're just spinning it around. I don't know how far I need to go with this. And that is 3rd degree burns. And that's ice bucket challenge. And you're like, where the fuck do I was at a hotel and there was 3 chrome levers with just nothing else. No signage. I didn't know what was going on. I just stared at it and went, this is not going to end well. And I turned the middle one and just got shot in the dick. Like a high-powered, like right there. Like, why is that at dick level? Is that to clean my foreskin? Is that why that's there? I have PTSD from a shower I had in Denver 4 years ago. I couldn't get the thing started. I was doing shows Wednesday to Sunday, and before the Wednesday show, I went to shower, and I went in there, I got all my clothes off, and I'm trying to get the shower started. I couldn't figure it out. 20 minutes, I was trying. I was looking for the lever. I felt so dumb. You know what was worse? Is doing that and failing while you're naked just made it so much more worse. I'm just limp and pathetic and just getting nowhere. And I said to myself, have a bath. You love baths. I tried to convince myself that I wanted a bath, not that I was forced into bathing through stupidity. And I went down to do the bath and I realised, oh shit, you're not going to be able to do the bath, are you? And I tried for 7 seconds and failed at that. And that was a low point in my life, ladies and gentlemen. I'm crouched down naked next to a bath and shower I couldn't figure out. And I kind of slumped in defeat. And then my dick just touched the bathroom tile. And your dick should never touch a bathroom tile. It shouldn't. It's cold, it's invasive, you didn't expect that to happen. It may not have happened to any guy in this room, but you know exactly what I felt, don't you? You can feel it right now. You can feel how awful and abrasive that is. So I'm at a new low point in my life. Just dick on tile, just... And then I realised, shit, you're just going to have to get up and put your clothes back on. Do you know how weird it feels to get your clothes off, get completely naked, go in, just fail at starting the shower, fail at the bath, and just place your penis on the floor for a second, and then just go and put your clothes back on and go out and try and confidently do stand-up comedy. Do you know how that feels? The whole crowd was looking at me. They were staring. They knew something had happened. They're like, something's happened to this guy in the last couple of hours. And I could feel the touch. I could feel the touch of the tile. And I felt that touch for 6 months because I got the worst urinary tract infection. Sydney, that is all from me, and thank you so much for coming out on this Wednesday.